Most people believe success is a matter of luck or being in the right place at the right time. But what if it's not? What if a select few become successful because they follow a specific set of principles? True success isn't something you stumble upon. It's a direct result of the rules you live by and the beliefs you hold. If you want to rise above simply existing, you have to align yourself with these truths. When you're doing the right things in the right way, at the right time, life starts to respond. You'll notice that circumstances bend in your favor. People listen to what you have to say, and new opportunities appear, all without you having to make a lot of noise. This is because true greatness is never loud. It's the quiet confidence of a person whose actions and principles are in perfect alignment. There are 5 key actions that, when done every day, will put you on a fast track to success. These aren't just habits you try, they're laws you live by. They aren't suggestions for improvement, they're requirements for moving up. If you do them consistently, with clarity and conviction, you won't be just drifting along, you'll be accelerating. You won't be waiting for success to arrive, you will be becoming it. The first and most important of these laws is having a clear purpose. This isn't just about a goal that sounds nice, it's a deep conviction that you feel in your bones, a reason that drives you. If you can't clearly define what you're building, you're not building anything at all. You may be busy and working hard, but you're not constructing a lasting legacy. A truly successful person knows exactly what they're building and why. They don't just stumble out of bed. They launch into their day with a clear goal, like a ship guided by its North Star. Purpose is powerful because it simplifies every decision you have to make. It cuts out the mental noise and removes the temptation of distractions. A person with a clear purpose doesn't have to wonder whether or not they should take action. They act because their vision demands it. When you can state your purpose in a single, clear sentence that you can feel in your chest, and that guides your choices and schedule, you've moved from the world of dreaming to the dimension of building. To make a purpose a reality, you must revisit it daily. It shouldn't just sit there collecting dust. Speak it out loud, write it down, and walk it out until it becomes a part of who you are. Your purpose should be the compass of your entire identity. You have to organize your life around it, where your efforts will be scattered in 1,000 different directions. Purpose can't just be a feeling. It must become a clear plan and a solid structure that guides everything you do. The second sign that you're moving fast is having strong discipline. Let's be clear, nothing destroys potential faster than being inconsistent. You could be gifted, intelligent, and even inspired, but if you aren't consistent, you'll be forgotten. Discipline isn't about punishment or suffering. It's about honor. The person who honors their word to themselves becomes trustworthy in the eyes of the world. The person who says, "I will," and then follows through becomes unstoppable. Discipline is not just a physical act. It's a function of the mind. When your mind rules your actions, you are truly free. But when your emotions rule your decisions, you are a prisoner to your impulses. A disciplined person builds a schedule that supports their purpose. They don't let the day dictate their behavior or operate based on how they feel. They operate on a system. Your habits are your identity in motion. If your habits reflect your purpose, you will move forward like a person possessed. You won't need motivation. You'll have momentum. You won't just hope to succeed. You'll expect it because your actions are perfectly aligned with the very laws that create success. Build rituals that demand your greatness. Train your body, sharpen your mind. Guard your mornings, and review your evenings. Protect your attention like a treasure. Say no often and say yes only when it serves your vision. Live by a code so strong that even in your weakest hour, it holds you upright. The third force that guarantees your rapid rise is mental focus. Your mind is always working whether you direct it or not. The average person lets their thoughts wander. They absorb the opinions of others, entertain doubts, and allow fear to take charge. Then they wonder why they feel powerless. But the person who is moving fast leads their thoughts. They don't just accept the first idea that comes to mind. They question it, refine it, and replace it if necessary. They begin each day with intention, rehearsing their aims, affirming their value, and visualizing their victories. They take the raw material of their mind and sculpt it into a clear vision. What you dwell upon becomes your direction. If you dwell on your limitations, you will live in hesitation. If you dwell on problems, you will become reactive. But if you dwell on purpose, strength, and possibility, your thoughts become fuel. They ignite action and build certainty. This isn't blind optimism, it's strategic thinking. You must learn to think like the person you are becoming, not the person you have been. You have to speak the language of victory before the battle is won and carry the posture of confidence before the world applauds. Write your thoughts, rewrite them, challenge them, and repeat them. Fill your mind with truth until doubt becomes a foreign voice. Because of what you think, you will eventually speak. What you speak, you will act upon. And what you act upon, you will become. The fourth proof that you're on the fast track is consistent action. This isn't about short bursts of energy or sudden moments of excellence, but about deliberate daily work. The person who's moving fast doesn't wait for the perfect moment. They create moments through execution. They don't need to feel inspired because they've structured their life to get results regardless of their emotions. They track their work, honor their deadlines, and eliminate excuses before they can take root. They finish what they start. They don't chase perfection. They chase progress. They understand that imperfect action done consistently will always outperform perfect inaction caused by delay. Execution is the great equalizer. It doesn't care where you came from, what you've lost, or how late you started. It rewards the person who moves, evaluates, adapts, and moves again. You must make it your identity to ship the work, not to talk about what you plan to do, but to show the world what you've already done. You have to learn to execute like a machine and reflect like a philosopher. That is the blend of greatness. Do the work, then improve your system, and then do it again faster and better. That rhythm becomes unstoppable. Why consistent action matters? Consistent action creates a powerful rhythm that makes success inevitable. Every small block of focus time adds up. Every act of discipline builds momentum. You're compounding results at a rate that will even surprise you. It's not luck. It's a simple equation. Structure plus repetition equals acceleration. This is why you have to keep executing every single day. You don't coast on yesterday's discipline or rest on last week's routine. You wake up and earn it again. Excellence is never owned. It's rented, and the rent is due daily. You're not playing the game anymore. You're designing the field. You're moving from a person who works hard to a person who works aligned, and that alignment becomes effortless. The final law that cements your momentum is faith in the process. This isn't blind hope or wishful thinking. It's a deep, disciplined belief in the fundamental laws that lead to success. The person who acts with this kind of faith doesn't need to see immediate results to feel like they're making progress. They trust the process, knowing that if the structure is correct, the desired outcome is inevitable. This kind of faith acts as a bridge between patience and persistence. It's the firm belief that if you consistently do the right things in the right way and for the right reasons, life will eventually reward you. This powerful belief gives you the staying power to continue building when things get difficult or when the path ahead is unclear. It removes the panic that comes with setbacks and protects your vision from the constant noise of doubt and criticism. By combining these 5 elements, clear purpose, strong discipline, mental focus, consistent action, and faith in the process, you don't just become lucky, you become unshakable. You move beyond simply hoping for success and start commanding it through a life built on solid principles. This isn't just about achieving goals. It's about the person you become along the way. A person of integrity, resilience, and quiet confidence. This is the ultimate proof that a life built on principle is the only one that truly prospers. Final thoughts. When you align your life with these 5 powerful principles, purpose, discipline, mental direction, consistent execution, and faith, something truly amazing begins to happen. Your environment starts to respond to you. People notice your quiet confidence and your steady progress. You no longer need to prove yourself with words. Your life speaks for you through your actions and results. Your time isn't wasted, it's used with precision. Your habits are no longer a struggle of willpower. They become a natural expression of who you are. This is the moment the fast track stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like your true calling. You realize you're no longer forcing yourself to do these things. You're simply living them. And that way of living becomes your greatest advantage. You're not just building success. You are becoming the very definition of it. Your inner world is in perfect harmony with your outer actions, and that congruence creates an unstoppable force. You've moved from being a seeker of success to a builder of a life that is so aligned with these laws that success becomes inevitable. The reward isn't just the goals you achieve, but the person you become in the process. A person others will look to, not for advice, but for proof of what's possible. You are now a living example of what happens when a person commits their life to principle.